Today we're going to show you how you can use the in-painting options of the Fooocus tool to make your work easier in various industries. From real estate agents, through marketers and online store owners, to architects and car dealers. Let's get started. Fooocus has a user-friendly interface, a large window at the top where it generates our graphics, a prompt window, but today we won't be using it. Then we'll open the windows with advanced settings that we'll use later. Today, our focus is on the fields at the bottom, specifically the In-Paint or Out-Paint tab. In the middle, we have a space for the photo or graphic we'll be working on, which we upload from our disk, and below it, available options that we'll test soon. Let's begin with a scenario focused on real estate agents. Let's take this sample photo of a kitchen. The kitchen looks like any other, a bit messy on the counter, which we can clean up to make the scene look better. Using the cursor, here acting as a brush, I make it bigger with the Ctrl and plus keyboard shortcut, then choose the area I want to change. In this case, I don't need to be super precise. I even want to include a piece of the wall and the countertop so that Fooocus can blend the new element nicely. From the menu below, I pick the Modify Content option, and in the In-Paint prompt window, I type what I want to replace the current element with. Let's say I want to create sunflowers in a vase. I scroll up a bit and generate the image. Fooocus creates two pictures for me. They're okay, but I don't like the extra stuff that showed up near the flowers, so I don't adjust anything in the settings and just hit the Generate button again to make more versions of the same request. When using AI tools, just don't give up too fast and don't hesitate to create more versions using the same instructions. The two new versions of the kitchen don't have any extra stuff anymore. Notice how well it matched the lights and shadows, knowing where the light comes from in the photo. In the top right corner, I click the arrow pointing down, and the new version of the kitchen is now saved on my computer. Now let's try with a tougher photo. This time, let's be a bit bolder and aim to highlight the potential of this room, while still keeping it realistic. We'll begin with the floor. It's ugly and dirty, so let's try to cover it up a bit. Let's attempt to create a white carpet. Alright, I like the first version better, even though it could be better. To keep editing this scene, I click and drag this version down. Using the eraser tool, I remove the old mask, pick a new spot where I want to add a plant. I drag the chosen version below, I clear the mask and pick the next area, this time asking for lemons in a bowl to appear. The smaller bowl looks a lot nicer. I'm happy with the edit, so I'll download this version. The whole editing process took me less than 10 minutes, even with Fooocus being a bit slow at generating images. Car dealers, are you ready? Whether you sell cars for a living or want to sell your car privately, our tutorial can help you out. Let's go through an example. Whether it's winter or not, the car needs to be sold. Just like in the photo, a nice shiny car, but the background, not great. People might think it's not kept in a garage, seeing some snow, they'll worry about the battery. Who'd want that? Fooocus to the rescue. Let's quickly change the background. We can select the whole background, but it takes a lot of brushing. It's easier. We select the car, then reverse the mask. In the options on the right side, we choose Advanced Developer Debug Mode, then click on the In-Paint tab. Next, we scroll down the new options and check the Invert Mask option. Now Fooocus knows that even though we selected the car, we actually want to edit everything around it. Now, in the Method section, we choose the Modify Content option. In the prompt window next to it, we describe the new background, for example, a garage full with car tools. When creating a prompt, remember that what you type first is more important than what comes later. We now have two versions of the car in the garage. The first one is pretty good, but watch out. Fooocus brought in some snow bits under the car that got caught in our mask. There's also snow in the second image, which would be fine, except for the thumbnail of the damaged car on the garage shelf. Now let's try something different, like showing this car in a more summery scene, using the super simple prompt, green grass, blue sky. And we got two very nice pictures, where Fooocus also handled the snow bits. We use the same mask, but they're not as noticeable anymore. Let's move on to the next situation. Architectural visualizations. Often, when building new neighborhoods or renovating parks or squares, We might see visualizations with happy people at different times of the day. How will Fooocus handle this, and how long will it take? We're working on a sample visualization of a residential area. It looks nice but feels empty. Let's try adding a woman with a dog. The women and dogs look fine, but unfortunately, Fooocus lost some scale due to the small mask. We'll enlarge the workspace and get two much better results. I especially like the woman in the red coat, so let's tweak it a bit more. I drag this version down and apply a more precise mask to the woman. Now I choose the Improve Detail option, which helps enhance details like the face or hands, where AI might make mistakes. In the prompt window below, we can write our own command, but I chose one from the sample list below. The woman in the red coat now has a clear face without sunglasses. Notice how Fooocus adjusted the lighting to match the shadows in the photo. I drag this version down. Now I remove the mask and pick the area on the street. Let's try adding a car here. I switch the method to Modify Content, then Prompt and Generate. We got a red car, and it seems Fooocus thought it'd be a fancy neighborhood. I download this version. Attention now, new feature. As you can see, I switched to hugging spaces because I want to use another model. Fooocus handles elements in the photo well, but changing overall scene features, like the time of day, is tricky, as I want to demonstrate here. When Fooocus struggles, we have many models dedicated to various actions to choose from, which will help fill in Fooocus's gaps. Just do a little research and you'll find them, free and easy to use. As you can see, the interface here looks a lot like Fooocus. I'll upload our image and provide a super simple prompt. The model adjusted the time of day, kept the building and trees structure intact, and changed the lighting and sky color nicely. However, our car and the woman with the dog lost some detail. We can fix this easily in Fooocus using the Improve Details method, or we can reverse the order of actions and start by changing the time of day in this model. The entire editing of this scene took me about 15 minutes. That includes the time for Fooocus to generate and the additional fun with the model from Hugging Spaces, which I won't go into detail about in this video. The last scenario in this tutorial is ahead of us, aimed at all online store owners, but also people working in marketing. We've got a product. We need a good photo for the website, or even better, a promotional graphic. But all we have is a mediocre photo of the product, and our graphic budget is tight. What do? We fire up Fooocus, select the product. Notice that I'm being quite precise now, adjusting the brush sizes and trying to touch as little of the background as possible. This will make the effects more believable with the major changes I'm planning for this scene. With the method set to Modify Content, I enter my idea for an advertisement related to the product and generate the image. Note that I've reversed the mask, so I didn't need to select the entire background, which would have taken more time. As you can see, despite my carefulness, Fooocus included part of the background around the product in the first attempt, which doesn't look good, to say the least. Thankfully, it did a much better job the second time around. The graphic is now ready for the website or social media. Let's try a similar approach with a person as the main focus. In the AI era, do you really need to spend a lot on photo sessions for your clothing, in exotic locations, for example? Not necessarily. Let's attempt to place our model in a bustling city using just in-painting, quickly, efficiently, and eco-friendly. Fooocus even manages to capture the wind blowing through the hair. Now let's target a different audience and place the model in a mountain setting. I'll just change the prompt, keeping the previous settings and mask unchanged. Fooocus flawlessly creates fantastic photos, although the second one got a bit carried away with the model's hair, but let's be honest, it suits her very well. Can you do it? With AI, you can achieve almost anything. We hope this simple guide will help you in your first experiences with Fooocus and help you save some precious time and even money. We send out more tutorials, proofs of concept, and AI news to our subscribers every Friday via email. If you want to stay in the loop like them, sign up for our newsletter using the link in the video description. Wishing you successful experiments with AI.